Okay, this is DragonofEternity and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker MSQ, or Main Story Quest or Main Scenario Quest, however you want to say it. Now in the last episode we went through the section that was Omega's home planet, and we found the cause of the death of this planet, and Graha was the one to sacrifice himself this time. And if he doesn't come back by the end of the story, I am going to destroy everything. Because I cannot take the permanent death of Best Boy. Now, I'm in a party because people want to party with me for the last dungeon. So hopefully there's no single duty that I need to leave to enter, you know, that kind of deal. Fools. All of them. Fools! Forge ahead. Amidst the sadness of Alphinode's countenance, there was a newfound determination. That crystalline path, Graha's paved it for us. Difficult as it is, we must carry on, for our friends, and all who await us in faith. So come, let us seek the path's beginning. It appears to be near the outpost. We don't even have enough for a dungeon party. We're down to 3 people. We could have had 4, but Uyonje wanted to join Ishtola. If that's on a ship, I don't know what is. Ay. I won't let it break me, don't you worry. I never have, and I never will. Look, Mayashna, a portal has opened. It will surely deliver us true. It must. Okie dokie. Lambin portal. Travel through the portal. I guess we go through Graha's crystal path. Look up, Marashna. It's as though the stars are being devoured by the dead sun. And that's where we're headed. Into the maw of darkness. Well, here's the path where the... Here's where the path begins, and it ascends to dizzying heights. Let's make our way, one sure step at a time. Our friends got us this far. Their courage, their strength, their wisdom, and their love. We owe it to them to continue, no matter how long it takes. Please say you guys can get in a multi-seater mount this time. Please. Hop in. God damn it. Alright, I guess we're walking. Ay. Why does this remind me of the Crystal Caves in Dark Souls? You discover a new location. Oh, that's nice. Listen to the silence. I'm listening to music right now. Vanquid would scout the road ahead. Ishtola and Uyonje would trade opinions on esoteric subjects. Graha would join in on the discussion, or else chat with me and I'll say about the mission. Estinian would be at the rear, apart yet distant. All the while you would come and go, wherever you were needed, and together we would travel. All I can hear are my footfalls, my heartbeat. It's so much quieter now. But the fact we can breathe and continue on is proof that the others are still with us. They are, aren't they? They better be. Oh, I see where we're going. Is there a talking point up here? Because I don't want to miss anything. Yes, there is. Gaze at the distant stars. The innumerable lights that shine in the distance. To think they all could have birthed civilizations. To think that everything they built has gone to dust, that their peoples lost to despair. Of the stars floating in the sea of midnight, ours is a lonely aberration. And yet, no matter how many worlds have met their ends, with you and Alcee besides me, there is nothing I fear. No ocean so vast I cannot cross. Those broken stars I see, shattered, ruptured, unravelled. I wonder if there are also worlds recreated at their ends. The sight of them fills me with a sorrow I cannot describe, and a truth I cannot deny. Birth and death. Whence we came and where we will return. A wheel from which there is no escape. Unless you want to break the wheel of death. So let's see. We're going up to Necropolis. Oh boy. Up and up and up we go. Where it stops, only Grohar knows. Look back on the path. It's all a dream, isn't it? A long, elaborate dream. Any moment now, I'll wake up in my bed, still a student, grandfather of a lad. God, I'm mumbling this. Any moment now, I'll wake up in my bed, still a student, grandfather alive. I'd go about my day, relieved as the fragments of that other life fade away. And now would be happiness, wouldn't it? That none of it. No. No, I won't give up these experiences. Good and bad, they are mine. They are me. I am my scars! The portal is barely visible from up here. Truly, we've come far. Much farther than would have been possible had we kept chasing perfect ideals as we did in the past. It is because we have known failure and frustration that we have learned and grown with them or from them, that Hydaelyn has entrusted us with this mission, with the fate of the very star. Up we continue to go. Offer a word of comfort. Me? Oh, I still have plenty of legs left in me, don't you worry. It's you I'm worried about. You always push yourself so hard for us, for everyone. And while we're here, we'll make sure to bear our share of the burden. Rest assured I am fine, but thank you for your concern. What of yourself? For we cannot afford to be too leisurely, neither need we rush unduly. We've crossed an impossible distance to stand where we are now, and we're but a few steps from journey's end. It'll be over before we know it. Don't say it like that. That's freaking me out. I know there's new stories I gotta come up with in FF14, but that's... Why am I being teary-eyed? God damn it. I guess it's just... You know, you reach the end of the story and you don't want it to end. But at the same time, it needs to end or it's just gonna stagnate. Cough. Wow. Cough. Well, this is it. The end of the path and the beginning of whatever awaits. There will be greater hardships. We may be made to feel powerless. Yet come what may, let us have no regrets. No, let us have pride in what we have achieved. In what we achieved, and how it changed us for the better. That's worth fighting for, and dying for, as they did. Oh no, you two are going to turn to stone, aren't you? There are some structures up ahead, still a ways to go before we reach the dead sun. Given all this, I know how naive it must sound to hope it all works out somehow. Still, you'll forgive me if I wish for it all the same. And for you most of all. Not that you of all people need it, it's just, after all the help you've given me, for once I want to be the one to help you. Oh, they're both my children. And we're at the last one. Why is the music changing? Why did it die? Oh, fuck. Oh, get ready for a bloody scene and a half. This is almost... Almost what? Normal. It's not unlike many cities we know, but it's definitely quiet. Mayhap the inhabitants are within the buildings, or invisible to our senses. Wrong on both accounts. There is simply no one here. Meteon. This is how I found it when I arrived. Another star which once pulsed with life, but no longer. How it ended, I do not know. Invasion, sickness, suicide, none can say. None lived to speak for the dead. They are gone. Gone. Search all you like, but you'll only end up turning back. If what Meteon says is true, what are we supposed to do? I don't know. You think you've caught me? This form is barely a drop from the ocean that swells within the dead sun. Even so, I could easily unmake you. You are still only alive because of your comrades, but they cannot protect you forever. Until they fade away, I'll satisfy myself with watching you try, and fail, to find a way out of this lifeless space. Or place, even. Oh god, right, Alpha no turn in. If there is no one here, then neither should there be a motion to bar our way. Yet Meteon seems convinced we'll turn back. What riddle is this? Unless the emotion is her. One way or another, we must find the way forward. Let us make a thorough search of the city. You're not alone. If Alice is discouraged, she betrays no hint of it. Hey, Meteon. Yeah, you say the same thing. Okay. You're not alone. If Alice is discouraged, she betrays no hint of it. Whatever Meteon may have said, we should confirm it with our own eyes. We need to have a look around. Indeed, at the very least, it doesn't appear to be a sprawling place like those before. If we split up, it shouldn't take too long to cover the area. Alright. And you're just gonna sit here. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see, vantage point. There doesn't appear to be anyone here. Perhaps you could try calling out. Is anyone there? If anyone has heard you, they do not respond. Dusty table. Were it not for the thick layers of dust, one could imagine someone drinking from these cups but moments ago. The object resembles a tree and appears to have been fashioned from a stone-like material. Erected in place of an actual tree, or to serve some other purpose perhaps. Regardless, there was no one left to explain, to tell the story. Yeah. Guess it's a stone mushroom tree. Let's see, what else do we have? Bar counter. This place is reminiscent of a bar, but neither patrons nor staff are anywhere to be seen. Egg-shaped containers line the shelves, with a loose fuse sitting on the counter. Vessels for the beverages, in all likelihood. A venue bursting with activity until it was not. Vantage point. Surveying. In the distance you glimpse Alice picking her way through the ruins, but otherwise spy no signs of life. If anyone can hear, say something. Your call echoes faintly before being swallowed by the silence. What do you have to say about this? I'm trying to see if there are ways to reach the nearby isles, just in case Meteon was bluffing. God, you can see the oasis in the desert. So over here is the ship. We've come all the way from there. At the sacrifice of so many people. Ay, ay, ay. Why's Alpha Node in this? Thank you, person in the cutscene. The Isle's edge already, and there only appears to be this park here. How it must have bustled with life once upon a time. Okay, so I've got the door, and then I assume talk to Alphino. Though set slightly off the ground, there appears to be a door, while the objects to the left could be letterboxes. The door is rusted shut, and the film of dust all over suggests no one has come through in a long, long time. This is unsettling, to say the least. Marshna, take a look at this. If the road was a little longer, we could take it to just beneath the dead sun. But I suppose this is where the reconstruction ends. How about you? Did you find anything of interest? I see, I've noticed the same things. Cups left upon tables, chairs out of place. I don't know what happened here, but I do know I don't want to be alone anymore. We've searched enough for now. Let's find Alphino and compare what we've learned. Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
Did you find anything?
No. This place is completely deserted. And I can't see how we're supposed to move on from here.
Neither can I. It's quite the quandary. There are no denizens to bar our path, yet there is no way forward.
For another mystery, we did find signs of very recent life. You'd swear everyone just vanished into thin air. I wonder how many ruined worlds like this has Meteon seen.
Could it be? Yes. Yes, I believe I may have puzzled this out. Despite how it appears, it's no different this time. There is someone here who has wished for this ruin. And I believe that together, Alisaie and I can overcome their will. I know. I know. But if there is a chance this will work, then I would take it. For everyone, and for myself. I will not pretend otherwise. I have my fears. Not for myself, but for you. The last to remain. You are no stranger to carrying the burden of others. But I can only imagine how heavy the weight would be this time. As your friend, I cannot bear the thought of making you suffer so.
Then why suggest such a thing? It's too much to ask of anyone, even her. Why must she be the one? Why must she fight alone? More than a hero, she's a dear friend. Not only to us, but to so many others. There are so many people in the world who care for you, and yet...
Alisaie, I have an idea. Given the nature of this realm, it may be possible to do more than unbar our friend's path. We might also pave her a new one. For instance, a path where she finds happiness at journey's end. This much, I think we can believe with the utmost conviction, no matter how deep our despair. So please, believe in us too, and press on. Thank you. What are you?
If the plan's decided, then let's not dally.
Ah, there you are. It was as I said, was it not?
It was. We couldn't find anyone. But this place isn't entirely deserted, is it? You are here. You sought out a star of promise and found a ruined husk. Like us, you explored the devastation. Like us, you were stricken. Horrified by the thought that so many lives could be snuffed out as if they were worth nothing. And the thought that you would have to bear the terrible tidings to Hermes. That which you saw and felt, you shared with your sisters, as did they share their own grim findings with you. overcome by the pervasive despair of these stars, some of you inadvertently ushered their peoples to their ends. Knowing the horrors you know, anyone would feel the same. They would fear what lies ahead and struggle to move forward.
Fear? I had forgotten that such a thing existed. So focused have I been on shepherding despair.
If you can remember, then you can still face and overcome your own fear.
Why would I bother with such an insignificant emotion? If the despair I command is as a raging river, then fear is but a trickling stream. It can do nothing to alter my flow. You spoke with the Aya, yes? Heard their tale of what awaits the universe. It's true. The stars grow colder and more distant. Eventually, all will enjoy frozen solitude. Using the power of Dynamis, I'm hastening that process. In so doing, nothing will be born ever again. Everyone will remain dead. Alas, it will take time for that to happen. So in mercy, I sent you my gift, to spare you needless suffering. Don't worry. Even if no living witnesses remain to mark the event, I'll make certain that Aetheris has a proper end.
For all the power you wield, you're more fearful than the familiar you used to be. That Meteion feared simply to move forward, but your fear is such that you've given up on everything. I know it well, that sense of defeat. I've tasted my fair share of it. But as many times as we've fallen down, we've learned how to pick ourselves up and carry on. We take each other's hand, share in each other's courage, follow in each other's footsteps, and turn sorrow into strength.
There are times when we fail. We bear wounds that do not heal. But these experiences are part of life, and they make us stronger. We rise, fall, and rise again.
Don't worry about us. You must take the next step, and all the rest after that.
God damn it, I'm the only one left. They better be revived at the end of this, I swear to God. I swear on everything holy. Earlier in Old Charlayan,
let them all be safe. Cryle? Are you all right?
It's nothing. Just a headache. They'll be fine. I know they will.
Apologies for the interruption. A man arrived on the last ferry. An associate of the Scions. He wishes to speak with you at once.
In the city devoid of life, you sense the presence of another. The sorrow of 1,000 worlds weighs heavy, and yet you can walk on. We're able to execute actions due to area restrictions. Walking alone unto journey's end, burden weighing heavy.
Need a push? I'll be right there behind you.
Odd bit.
Do not despair. You are not without allies.
Horsefont.
What we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on.
Fordola? I think that's Fordola.
Upon the souls of they who have sacrificed themselves to pave the way for peace, we will never abandon our cause.
That's Amric. Wait, was the person behind him the Admiral?
While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others.
Nanamo.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price.
Rabon.
And we, for our part, are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Kanesana.
Save your tears for the morrow. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair.
Hien.
From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn.
I'm not sure who that is.
A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen.
I'm not sure who that was either.
Yet miracles do happen, so let us pray and will our friends home.
That's Matoya.
I won't stop praying until I know they're safe.
Reen. Midgard Soma. Or one of this brood. Either way.
Look to the light within, that you may continue to serve as a beacon to others.
Menphilia.
Let's finish this.
Let's finish this. Ardbert. Let's finish this.
Here the path ends. There is no way to reach our nest. I told you. Resignation and acceptance reign in this place. The rejection of life by those who came to curse it. Those whose dreams were unfulfilled, whose prayers were unheard, whose labors were unrewarded. Hope cannot deliver you unto hopelessness. Our refuge is beyond you. Always has it been. Such is the nature of this place. You should have remained on Atheris. Struggle will avail you not, nor will it grant your comrades peace. Come, let me relieve you of your burden. You have suffered enough.
Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't.
How do we make peace with
That's why it's too soon for this to end.
There are so many people in the
You
world.
must triumph.
Be safe, all of you, and come back.
I am ever grateful.
Came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know.
After all these years,
Is this the answer I was hoping for?
So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
And Godspeed. Perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost.
Do not squander it. The legacy I leave you. I bid them remember, but all this time I'm the one who had forgotten. A right fool you've made of me, Hermes. And to add insult to injury, I've been denied a sound rest, forced to watch this clamorous show.
Oh, come now. It's been a gripping tale. Unbreakable bonds and noble sacrifice, sprinkled with moments of levity to counterbalance the pathos. It's got it all. I, for one, would have been perfectly content to watch enraptured from the stalls. But I won't say no to a bit part.
What are you?
Half-faded souls of the dead. Isn't it painfully obvious? Worry not. We haven't the power to defeat you, nor is it our duty to do so. Not anymore. That being said, we do have a score to settle. So here I am, Vinar. I suppose you needed me to tie it all together, these frayed threads of our history. But knowing you, I suspect there's a joke in it too. Oh yes, I can imagine you gloating over my forgetfulness. Were I feeling charitable, I might assume you had left room for the possibility of this outcome. Even so, you'll get no applause from me. A single gesture will not lighten the burden I've had to bear. Still, you must be commended. Our methods would not have brought mankind this far. And so, as a show of respect to the last of us, I make this declaration. You will not end our journey. That is our answer. The answer of all lives of Aetheris, past and present.
As you've called us to the stage, so shall we perform. And creation magics never fail to please. Drawing upon the hopes of your comrades, we will make for you a new path.
What form said path takes depends on you. So focus. Focus and envision that which rejects the claim that you cannot attain your goal.
Ours is the wisdom to weave the fabric of reality. Ours is the power to create.
Meteon, though I gave you these wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet. Learn to walk and run, and so much more. A flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
These Elpis blooms serve as proof that this realm is not utterly devoid of hope. No more can you deny its power. No more is yours the dominion of despair. In case the practical implications were lost on you, your comrades no longer need fight their fight. So go on. Call them back to your side.
May you ever walk in the light.
How disappointing. Not even a single scar in the making to brag about.
You'll find a way regardless.
Honestly, this is far more than any of us could have hoped for. Let us be thankful.
Indeed. That we thus stand reunited is a gift. Let us not squander it, and see that we all return to Etheris.
Aye. As soon as we've averted the final days.
Good to see you again. Our heroic sacrifice paid off, I take it.
Come, my friends. Let us carry on and finish it. Together.
Can you hear me? The voice is within, crying in pain, wailing in sorrow, hurting, hurting. End it. Silence it. Silence our song of oblivion.
The way is open. They can proceed.
So it seems.
You're leaving?
Of course. The Encore is finished, and I will not suffer myself to live again by Heideling's magic. But more than that, the future you seek is not the past we loved. That is why we fought, and why I lost. But though you defeated me, my ideals are inviolate, invincible. Spare me your pity. I have no use for it. If you would do something for me, save our star. See this tale to a triumphant conclusion, and with elation in your hearts, bid the final curtain fall. Only then may it rise again, and a new tale begin, with new parts for all to play. Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north. The fabled golden cities of the New World, the sacred sites of the forgotten people of the South Sea Isles. What about Mericidia, the southern continent? Do you know aught of its present state of affairs? I thought not. Even of your little Eorzea, you know precious little. The true identities of the 12, for instance. All of which is to say, expand your horizons, go forth and seek discovery. Some of the civilizations in the reflections will surprise you. As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much. I certainly did.
I pray we meet again. If not in this life, then perhaps another. Whensoever it should be, I trust it will be a most joyous reunion.
For you, maybe. I want nothing to do with it.
Oh, don't be that way.
God damn, that was a scene. Hey, see. To go and see all those places and more, Emetzelk has given you quite a task. Well, I can't wait to go to those in future expansions. Suffice to say, I should be glad to assist you once we've returned together, triumphant of course. For all the lives under stars whose lights have been extinguished, for the ancients who went before us, I offer a solemn prayer. No need to explain. I have a rough idea what happened while I was, gone. It was a strange feeling, as though I was struggling in a pitch-black sea. A powerful tide was trying to wash me away, one that churned with hatred and envy for life. And it was all I could do to swim against it. Then suddenly I was here. It felt long and short at the same time, hazy as in a dream, but through it all, one thing was crystal clear. You fought with all your being to keep our hopes alive. I can't claim I fully understood the workings of this place, but in that moment, I felt I knew what I needed to do. I felt like it was the right time to offer up this life I owe, that I could risk it all on the Rachel that the rest of you would manage without me. Full glad am I to see that I was right. As different and mysterious as the ancients may be, they were people not unlike us. The first people to fall and feel pain, and the first forced to find a way to rise again. For them to have come, and in our pain and suffering, we are connected. Oh, from them we have come. Da-na-na-na-na-na. And in our pain and suffering, we are connected. 'Tis my fervent hope that our ancient friends will find a new beginning. They and all their brethren who have returned to the ethereal sea after I killed Zodiark. Well, he killed himself, technically. For that to come to pass, we must proceed. We must avert the final days and save Etheir's. I don't think I ever knew what to say to the man. In retrospect, it always felt like the wrong thing. But the past notwithstanding, he came to your aid in your moment of need. So Heidelin did carry his soul from the first to the source. That was the one she mentioned when she first gave me the Elpis flower. Here we are, and we will not squander this chance he has given us. We will see this tale to a triumphant conclusion, and bid the final curtain fall. And of that, I can fly here. What is this? Well, so do you guys say the same thing? Let's usher in an ending worth of the grandest ovation, one that will give all the fearers cause to raise their voices in celebration. To go and see all these places more. Okay, you guys say the same thing. Okay. Endwalker. Title. This is the final quest of the expansion. This is the final quest. Oh god. I'm not ready. I am not ready. Ay, 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 ay. Welp. I need to end things here. I need to end things here. So, this has been DragonofEternity going through more Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker MSQ. In this video, I got to the final area in Ultima Thule. I have my companions back. Emmett Selk and Hyflodeus have helped us with moving forward. And now we are on the final quest, Endwalker. We have a dungeon and a trial, and then the credits. And then I don't know what will happen after that. It's certainly not the end of the playthrough. I've still got a bunch of job quests and stuff to do. And the raid. Who knows, maybe 6.1 will be out by now. Who knows? Who knows? So, yeah. Next time, we're going to be facing Meteion. So with that planned out, viewers, with my rambling hopefully now finally done, until next time.